Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning. Okay. Let's see who is hopping on. If you see the red box up above in the left-hand corner, you are catching me live. It is Monday morning, 10 a.m. here on the East Coast. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Donna. Just drop a hello below if you are here. I know a lot of people like to lurk in the background. I like to see, it says that we have about 20 some on right now, so I like to see who's all hopping on. Good morning, Nancy and Tammy. All right, give me 1 minute and I will be right back. And we're gonna start. Okay, so let's get, good morning, Brenna, Melissa, Edna, Mary Ann. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So if you do see the live button up above in the left-hand corner and it's red, that means you are catching me live. If you are catching me live, great. And I do want, if you are gonna watch this as a replay, for those that once I post this and it's gonna be a replay, please hashtag replay. I am trying to get a feel on how many actually catch it as a replay versus how many are catching it live. I know, of course, a lot more people will catch it replay, but I'm thinking about doing, occasionally doing a more toward evening live for some of the people that do have to work that can't catch these lives. I know a lot of people can't, unfortunately. So I was thinking about maybe trying to go ahead and do that. So if you do catch it as a replay, just hashtag that. Good morning, Dorothy and Danette and Brenna, Melissa. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We are actually doing, I've been working hard on these pillows. So these are what we are gonna do. These are so cute. These definitely, baby items are a huge seller. It is one thing that will never go out of style. So you know how like out of fad, some things come in, some things go. This is one of the items that will always be forever, and I promise you that. This will be an item, the baby birth stats will always be an item that will, it'll be your one of your staple items that you will have. So I've been working really hard on trying to get some templates out, get some new designs, do some fun things for you guys. So, and you know, since we do sublimation, I was having a hard time doing the editable files. So I came up with a way that we could just be able to do the files, give them to you as a sublimation file, and being able for you to print this. So I worked on this, and I think I worked it out to where this will be easy. Okay, these are going to be very easy for you to do. Now I'm going to go over that with you. Here's one. This one here is, this design is actually in my Etsy shop. This is not one of the newer designs that I have. The two that I'm doing today is going to be in the bundle that I have here, okay? But I had done these previously just to try them, test them, and this is in my Etsy shop. If you want to look for this, this is the girl one, and this was another version, and this is a boy one with it, and I also have, both of these are in girl and boy versions, but this is also in my Etsy shop as well. Okay, and this is the tennis shoe one for the boys, and then I got a girl one too. Okay, so these are so easy to do. Okay, so of course I'm going to trust my notes again to keep me on track here. Okay, so I do have a bundle going on right now. There's a post here on my group page for a bundle of 6 2, 4, 6, I think 6 designs. 8 designs. Let me look. I'm confusing myself. Okay, sorry about that. It's 6 designs. I couldn't remember. I was getting them all loaded last night. So there is a bundle deal here. 6 designs. Each one is boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So same one, just, you know, geared toward. So I have three girls, 3 boys, 3 in that design. And you need to comment on that post, because what I do is I posted it last night. I got to some invoices. I did a few this morning, and then I'm going to batch process some invoices here as soon as we're done, and then I'm going to start emailing those files to everybody. It was a lot. I posted it late last night, and then I got up this morning and I'm trying to get ready for this and get my husband out the door for work and stuff. So I haven't got to be able to, for those of you that did pay, it will be coming after this. I'm going to start emailing the files. Okay, but please comment on that post only, because if you comment somewhere else or you send me a message, it really becomes, I have to stay organized, because I have so many things, so many irons in the fire, that if I don't stay organized in one post for a specific thing, it just gets chaotic for me. And another thing that, and I feel really bad that I have to do this to you guys, but a lot of people say, hey, can you throw everything on one invoice? I ordered some earring blanks, the 2-inch ones, I ordered 1-inch ones, and I ordered some designs. I can't do that. I mentally cannot do that. It just becomes so overwhelming trying to grab a comment from my design post plus each, you know, item post. So I stick with just invoicing from that specific post. So if you ordered 3 items, you might have to pay 3 invoices. It's just the way that keeps me organized. So I'm sorry about that, but I don't want to mess up anybody's orders. And that can cause me to literally be forgetting somebody, giving somebody something they didn't get. So I just keep orders on one post, and I will send out multiple invoices for each post. Okay, so I can't combine the invoices. Sorry about that. It just makes it crazy and hectic for me, and it's just my way of keeping organized. Okay, so if you do see that, and you know, I know a lot of you would like to just be able to click and pay one post or one invoice, it just it doesn't work for me. Okay, so expect multiple ones. You will get only invoice for the post that you comment on. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so here are again the pillows. They turn out beautiful. These are the 16 by 16 pillows. I love, this is my favorite size pillow to do. I think it's perfect for sitting on a chair, sitting on a rocking chair, a glider in a nursery, on a bed. It's just my favorite size, 16 by 16. So I tend to use these a lot. They show a design better, I think. As you get smaller, I mean, the designs still always show. They're always beautiful. They're still the same. I just, you know, I like to see when I walk into a room, or, you know, if it's laying on a bed, I like to see, there it is, and I can really read it. So this is my favorite size of pillow. My next favorite size of pillow, I probably would say I would move down to like a 14 by 14. 12 by 12s are nice little accent pillows, but personally start becoming too small for me. Unless you have a whole bunch of pillows that you're sitting it up against, and you need a smaller pillow. Other than that, 16 by 16 is my favorite size, and I sell a ton of these. It's usually the one size that I offer, the 2 sizes, but this is the one size that I sell probably the most of. Okay, so, and here it is. Okay, this is a 100% polyester. Okay, It is faux burlap. So it looks like burlap. It looks like a linen. It looks like a burlap linen kind of look, but it is 100% polyester. And as you can see, it takes the design beautifully. So this is my favorite pillow color cover, and it is like a linen color. Okay, so there are a few other ones out there that I really like. I do like the peach skin white, like if I need a crisp white, I do like a peach skin white or like a velvety white one. And I do offer those. Those blanks are in my shop as well. But honestly, this is probably my most sold finished cover. A lot of people just tend to go with this. It works for everything. You can put it in a farmhouse decor all the way down to modern, to country, to anything, because it's like a linen burlap. So it doesn't really, it's not full burlap, but it's more like a linen. So this is very versatile. Okay, as you can see, I'm using one of my mess ups. So I'm going to do a press on this side for you guys. So don't throw away anything you ever mess up. That's a tip I'm going to give you guys. Don't throw anything away that you mess up unless it's not usable again. Like sometimes I'll mess up a towel, or for instance, this cover, I didn't put it completely under my press and the bottom ruined. Use it to practice on. You could shrink your designs down. You could test your designs sometimes in smaller ones. Get a few different designs if you wanted to just test them, see what they look like. Use them at, I would even take this ruined one and I would put a few designs on it and take it to a craft show and lay it out on your table and display it with a, and just say, these are the designs you have to choose from. And you can print and press right on the spot. So don't throw away any of your items that you might have messed up. Sometimes you can reuse them for other testers, whatever. And that's what I'm going to do today. So this is just, I'm going to press this. Since I already have one and I don't want to repress it, I'm going to go ahead and use my messed up one and show you guys. Okay, so these actually, I pre-press these just to, because sometimes when you get them, they, got some lines and creases in them. So I pre-press. And what I'm going to do is, I know a lot of you have been here. Yins are live. Yins are usually here for my lives. I'm going to use a pressing pillow for this. Any pressing pillow will work. Most of you know the Cricut brand pressing pillows for the Easy Press are my favorite. I like them. I like the density of them. I've had some homemade ones or ones I've purchased that I didn't feel were as dense. I don't know if maybe they weren't using the correct material, but whatever they have in here, I love. So these are my favorite. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them right at Michael's or Joann's. I wait for them to go on sale, or you can purchase them right at Amazon and have them shipped to you. So these are my favorite. Use a pressing pillow with fabric items, and especially these pillow covers. Okay, because you want to raise the seams and you want to get that zipper out of the way. So on my heat press, I'm using a 15 by 15. A lot of you know this is an old heat press. This is like 8 to 10 years old. It's up there. It's seen many items go through this. This is my favorite, probably, that I use all the time. My most used. It's 15 by 15 press, and I got this so long ago, and I can't even tell you where I got it from because I don't know. It is literally, it's powerheatpress.com, but all of my other presses are from Heat Press Nation because I love their products and I love their customer service. So when this one goes, I'm going to probably end up buying another one from Heat Press Nation. But for now, it's not broken, so here I am, I'm using it because it's my favorite. Okay, so the pressing pad and then butcher paper. Okay, what size paper do I use? I'm going to try and read some comments because I lose comments since I'm on a phone. Okay, let me see. What size paper do I use? for this, okay, let me get to it and then I'll definitely get to that. Okay, so we're going to use the pressing pillow, the butcher paper. And then we are going to put our pillow cover down. And then I'm going to cover it again, butcher paper again. And I'm just going to give it a light press just for a few seconds, just to, you know, get it nice and flat there. Oh, my Alexa quit. Hey Alexa, play 98.3, K-Love. Okay, so there you go. That was 10 seconds. So I just pressed it so that it's nice, and as you can see, it's nice. Okay, so we got a good surface to start with. No wrinkles, because if you get wrinkles in your items, your image is going to press, and it's going to be pressed wrinkled, and then when you go to put your form in, it's going to be wrinkled, and you don't want that, and it's not going to have a good press to it. So always make sure that your items are at their best, whether they need lint rolled or whatever. These say to lint roll. I'll be honest with you, I have never lint rolled them. I'll tell you what I do when I do get them. I just go like this because sometimes there's some threads on them, but I don't lint roll them. I'm not a huge lint roller, and I'll tell you the reason I don't is sometimes I feel, okay, this is my personal opinion, I feel that when I lint roll, there really was everything was already in its place. And when I lint rolled, I took that fabric and I started pulling it up. And then I created more lint. That's just how I feel about lint rolling. Some people love it. I never. And I honestly can say that I never use it. I seemed that whenever I was using it, I had more problems with lint than I do just literally taking it and, you know, flicking it off. That's just my personal preference. I'm not saying nothing against you guys that love your lint roller. You know, more power to you there. I just wasn't getting the best results with a lint roller, so I quit lint rolling, and I feel that now I get better results. Okay. So, let me do this. I'm going to lay this over here to get a better. Okay, so I printed my image out. We're gonna do this one today. Okay, and this is in the bundle that we have today. And the image I print for these 16 by 16 pillows are 10.5 by 10.5. I know a lot of people think that you have to fill your whole pillow, and really you don't. It's better if you have 10.5 by 10.5 to 11 by 11. I do. It's better if you don't have to go from edge to edge. Okay, so definitely do not do that because it's not that appealing to the eye, and it's going to be going around the bend. You don't want that. You want it in your center. So this is the image already printed. It's about 10 by 10. And I know it looks straight to you, but actually it's mirror image. But I'm in the camera, so mirror image. I'm wondering if I printed this one too big. Sometimes I'll just be printing away. I'm always in a hurry in the morning. I know I should probably get my items ready at night. And I always have the best intentions too. I don't. I'm always hustling in the morning, and then I'll be like messing up my prints because I'm not paying attention. I'll just go in and start printing things that were on settings of other things. Yeah, I'm a mess usually. You guys really think I have it all together, and let me tell you, I don't. I'm just one big train wreck. Okay, so image down, I just heat tape it. And this is going to be at 400, and then I feel to make sure that my image is inside my pillow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of making sure that my whole paper's on the inside, because so I can press it. Because if I don't and it's off, it will get that, it won't press right. So it's 400 degrees, 60 seconds. You do not have to put anything in between these ones. You know what, I'm going to, just to show you that I think they work out a little better. I use a Teflon sheet, but you don't have to. You just got to immediately pull it apart. These ones do not melt. They don't fuse together. You know what, I'm not going to. I'll show you. These don't fuse together. They're hot though when you get them off, let me tell you. So, okay. I usually put a Teflon sheet in between. And this is about a medium pressure, so 400 degrees, 60 seconds, medium pressure. And then I'm gonna show you how that is. So, every time yes, I never lint, and even my socks. I don't lint roll anything. And I've done socks, I've done towels, you name it, shirts, everything. I lint roll, literally I lint roll nothing. And I have less problems with it now than I did when I was lint rolling. So that's just my personal opinion on that. Okay, everybody say that's my personal opinion. Because I'll be in groups and I'll be like, well, so-and-so said that we don't have to lint roll. That's just my personal experience. Okay, some people love it, I don't. Oh, and I got new heat gloves. Love these ones. They do not have the blue. These are perfect. I will put a link to these because these are awesome. I mean, they fit. My hands are not super big, but they fit really nicely. So I was excited that my first pair I bought, they were so bulky I couldn't touch anything. So let me show you the image. Okay, look how pretty. Turns out beautiful. Okay, and then as you can see, nothing. It does not fuse. So these pillow covers, no worries with them. You do not have to put anything inside them. I do sometimes, but you don't. So and they don't go through to the back either. So the image does not press through. Matter of fact, I'll even show you inside out. Just to show you, the image does not transfer. You can very, 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 very faintly. I'm actually seeing it more on camera than I am in person. It's very faint. You cannot. It really does not really press through. So it doesn't even transfer to the other side. So there's really no reason to have to use paper Teflon in between. Okay. But these are so easy to do. Okay. And there you go. And let me give you another tip with these. If you plan on selling these or even online or in a shop, if you plan on doing these at a craft show, have your templates ready, and then I personally would print and press right at a craft show. But I'm crazy like that. I think I thrive on stress sometimes because I would do these right on the spot. These are not hard to fill in. So let me tell you, when you get the design, everything in the design is ready. It's going to have all of the images. The only things, it will have, the pounds will be in there, the ounces will be in there, all of the template that you see. The only thing that you're going to need to fill in is you're going to need to put in the stats. So you're going to need to put in how many inches it is, the numbers for these. And then I left this area blank on this one and the other one. Like 3 or 4 of them, that was the same format. Only because if you don't want to do Wednesday, the day on there, you do not have to. You could put March 1st, 2017. You were able to fill this area into whatever you wanted. This block is going to be here. You're just going to need to put in your date or your time. And then you can use any font you want or anything like this above here. So the reason I chose that is because not everybody likes the same kind of font. And all of that information is in the instructions to my templates. Okay, because like this one is going to be the same as well. It's the same kind of design template, different graphics, but you're going to be able to change this out with whatever you want. Some people like to use some cursive writing, some fonts with cursive. You're able to do that. I didn't want you to be limited to choosing what I had to edit, because that way you can go ahead and make it your own and create it your own. And if somebody does multiple, say that they had some twins or was giving them to multiple family members as gifts, you can change out some of the fonts and some of the colors and things like that. So I didn't want you to be limited to what I had. And fonts, it'll be in the instructions. You can always get a ton of free fonts at DaFont. I think there's free fonts also. I use DaFont, and that's in my instructions that you'll get with these. I use that one a lot. I've got so many good fonts there. And you can always purchase too. There's a lot of places that you can purchase fonts. Some of the nicer or more elaborate fonts, if you're looking for, they're also, you can purchase. All right, I am gonna do this one because this one's for my grandson. Try to catch up here. It's okay. Trying to catch up some of the, where did I purchase the pillow covers from? I am actually going to do a buy-in for these. So I'm going to list that when we're done. I contacted the factory for these and where the wholesaler where I get them, and I got them at a great price for you guys. So I'm going to do a buy-in for the pillow covers, and I am going to do a buy-in for the blankets that I'm going to show you in a minute. So as soon as we're done with this live, I'm going to get that started for you guys. So these are actually, sometimes these pillow covers get really hot. These ones aren't too bad. And we're going to use this one. This is for my grandson. Like I said, this image is about 10 by 10. And as you see, it looks perfect on the pillows. It's not taking up the whole pillow, which you do not want. No design, unless you're going to do like an all-over design, should take up your whole pillow. But considering that this is a focal, like point design, you do not want to fill your whole pillow with it. It's not necessary. And it's visually not, you know, pleasing, so. Yes, the blanks, I have a buy-in I'm going to go in for. And I will tell you with this buy-in, the turnaround time is less than 2 weeks. So they assured me that they could get it to me probably in 10 days or less. So these are going to go, these are going to ship really quickly. And they're going to come to me and they're going to ship right to you. So. Yeah, look how pretty. This design, I love purple and like blues and teals together. I love this design. So this one's cute for a little girl. That is in my design bundle that I have listed. So if you're looking for a great deal on the designs, and the design bundle that I have listed, none of those are all new. Those are not in my shop. So if you purchase some in my shop, they are not the same ones. Do I put a piece of paper in between the pillow and pressing? No, not with these. You do not have to. 100 degrees, 60 seconds. There you go. And look how cute these are. And there you go. See, and you're asking about, do I put a piece of paper in between? No, these do not stick together. They do not transfer. I mean, I know you can see, because I think I'm holding it up to the light, you can kind of see through. There's nothing transferred to the back. And I think it's just because you can see through because of the light. But once you put your pillow cover in, there's no transfer. Okay, and I did not put anything in between. But if you feel that you want to, you can. There's no transfer from one to the other. Let me do this again so you can see. You might have came in late. Okay, so this is the side that I did, that I pressed. Okay, you can see it just, it's showing through with the light. But here's the other side. As you can see, there's no transfer. Okay, so it will not transfer at all without paper in it. It's not a big deal. They don't fuse together. Okay, where am I at? The inserts, where do I get them from? I order them online. I usually check in between Walmart.com and Joann's.com. There's probably some other places. You might want to check Amazon. I've never ordered them from Amazon. And I just get the inserts and I buy them in boxes of, I think, 12 a dozen. And they end up being about, for these, they end up being about $3.50 to $4 each for just the pillow inside. Now, if you're going to do a craft show or anything like that and you wanted to offer the pillows, there you can. I don't sell them that way. I just simply sell the pillow cover, but I do keep some of the inserts on hand, and I do offer that to somebody if they want it. Because some people's like, well, I just don't want the hassle of having to do it. Okay, well, I have it as well. So, and then I just charge them for the insert. Okay, but look how cute. And they turn out so nice. This fabric's just darling. I mean, the image turns out so cute. The colors are so vibrant. Okay. Am I going to put the new images in the shop? Eventually I'll move them over, Brenda, but I will say, I will tell you that I have a post here, and I am doing a bundle deal here before I list them individually, because then I'll just stick them over there individually. I doubt I'm going to bundle them over there, just because not everybody needs boy and girl. Some people just say, hey, I don't need that. I really don't want the upcharge for it, because I want to make this for my grandson or my granddaughter. So I probably won't do bundles over there. I will just list those individually, but I do have a post here on these ones, 6 designs for $10, and I'll leave it up for a couple days, so grab it while you can. When filling in the template, will it automatically put all the info in the little color box? No, you're gonna have to do it would be just like if you were personalizing a flag or anything else like that. You're gonna need to go ahead and put your information in. It's not gonna autofill it, it's not gonna do that. You're just gonna go as if you were doing a personalized flag. Anything else that is personalized, you're going to go ahead and put that in, and then that way when you're doing it on top of this image, it's a PNG file, transparent. Just go ahead, download it into your program, and then when you're going ahead and doing your font and your information, you're going to be able to see yourself change it out. So that's the fun part of it. So you can go ahead and put the name in and then start changing all of your fonts and see what you like. Okay, so I thought that worked best. I have used some editable files before for like invites and things like that, and you know, you're a little bit limited to those, and I didn't want you to be limited to having fun with it, changing colors on it. You could change the colors of your wording. You don't have to, like I used black here. If I wanted, I could have used a pink, or I could have done pink in here if I wanted. And I didn't want to be limited to that, okay? So that's why I just made this like that, and then I'm able to fill them in. I will tell you though, where's my grandson's? Hello? Oh, here it is. Told you I'm a mess. Now for these pillows here, I don't even think it's this one. I do have some other ones where, I think it's the little baby elephant, where you're gonna get two, it was a little bit more kind of intense of a design on the way you fill it out, I should say. There's complete instructions for it, but you're gonna have two files with it. You're gonna have one with like pink boxes and one with blue boxes, where it's gonna be your guides. Just because it was like a subway art kind of thing, and it was a little bit easier for me to let you do it, to have your wording lined better for you without you messing it up, and not making it correctly, I should say. It's not that it was messed up. But there's complete instructions for it. It will have the colored boxes where you're going to use the colored boxes to put your info in, so it's not too big, not too small, and then you're going to put them into your template. Very easy. The instructions, I worked on the instructions, but if you ever have any questions on how to do them, just contact me and I'll walk you through it, okay? Because they're really very easy to do. May I use your photos to gauge interest? Sure, if you would like to. That's not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. Make sure that when you do, if you make sure that you use the watermarked images. And I will tell you that even when you do your mock-ups, okay? I know a lot of people take the design, once they purchase it, and then they use it on a mock-up. That's awesome, but let me tell you, you need to watermark the photos for my protection and for yours, because everybody likes to take those photos and then they just like start passing them off on their own. Don't do that. Make sure you watermark your mock-ups and your photos, okay? And it's easy. You can do that. There's lots of apps for that. There are lots of YouTube videos that will show you how to do that as well. Okay, so we're going to move on. The blankets. These are everybody's favorites to do. Oh, and let me tell you, I wanted to tell you how much, for the pillows, a lot of people ask me how much do I charge for these. I charge $25. $20 to $25 finished, depending, depending on area, but I charge $25 for these. I would not charge less than, personally, I would not charge less than $20. I have never had a problem ever getting $20 for one of these pillows. Now, that's my area here, but I do sell them on Etsy, and I still get 25 bucks for them. So, and that's without an insert. It's just for the cover itself. Okay. Okay, so here is, I am not going to do a tutorial on this today. I'm just going to share some tips and tricks. But I'm thinking that I might just go ahead and do that with you this week. And then I'll go ahead and get it set up. I had to order a new gooseneck phone holder, so that, we need to be watching when I'm doing this. This is something we need to be watching downward on. So, and it should be here tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and shoot for either Thursday or Friday with you guys. And I'm going to go over how to do these blankets from start to finish, basically. Or at least from, I should say, from midway to finish. Because it could be a long video doing it. I can get these done in less than a half an hour from start to finish. Okay, so I'm going to show those with you. But for today, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks. This right here is the Sherpa blanket, and it is so soft. It is like a minky Sherpa, okay? It is 100% polyester right here. It subs beautifully. I shared some pictures with you. Unfortunately, I don't have that finished product with me. I wanted to have it, but the girl needed it. She was giving it for a gift, so I don't have it on camera, and I don't have another one made up, just because usually when I make them, they're gifts, and they go right out, and it's for a customer. But this subs so nicely. So some of the tips and tricks for this that I use is when I do these, I lay my whole blanket out flat. I do not on any of my blankets, I do not use my heat press. To me, moving it around, you know, a lot of people will buy boards and they'll lay it on boards and they'll move their boards around. It was shifting my images. I just couldn't do it, so that is not my personal way that I do it. Okay? So, I'm trying to get these as... the pillowcases are 16 by 16. Yes, Alexis. So, I don't use my heat press for these. Okay? What I do use to press these with, and I have a video on a white blanket with these where I did it. I use, let me grab it here for you guys. And I know some of you have these because you had them when we did vinyl. They were like one of the latest and greatest items when we started vinyl. I use the Cricut Easy Press. This is the 12 by 10. This is the big one. Now, I know, you know, some people have these just because a lot of people, they were a big thing that came out when I was doing vinyl a couple years ago, and it was portable. And so I was like, I need that because I wanted the portability of having something to use instead of carrying, you know, my 100-pound heat presses with me. And so I bought one of these a while ago, and I absolutely love it. I still use it. And I use it exclusively on my baby blankets. I do not use a heat press, okay? And they just added this, I think, recently because I purchased this because I love this little mini one, and it's also the Cricut brand. And these go up to 400 degrees, just so you know that. So these work for sublimation. It gets the high heat, okay? So I bought this little mini one, and I love it because I found in my baby blankets when I'm rounding the corner, sometimes that corner doesn't get it really good because it's raised. So I go in on my corners with these, just on the 4 corners. And this has been like a game changer for me, for the baby blankets, getting that perfect press in the corner. All right. And then they do have a case for this, and I kind of just carried in this case all of my items. If I would go to a craft show, that's how it's transporting. Also, very important, if anybody had seen my mess up when I first started doing these baby blankets with the heat press, I literally was pressing, and I was working on my carpet, which I don't know why I would have done that, on the floor, and I pressed. It got hot enough through the blanket, and it burnt my rug. So, lesson learned. And it was a big rug. It's a 9 by 12 area rug. So I had to go buy a new one. I wanted to anyways, just didn't want it then. But so what I bought one of these ironing board, like ironing presses these literally, you can throw them. They have like silicone back or non-slip. And you put them on a surface and you can like physically iron your clothes on them. This has been a lifesaver. I do my blankets now. I lay them out on my table and I press on these. So I'm not ruining my table. This is keeping the heat within, so it's not getting on my table either. So because for the longest time I was doing the blankets on the floor, which with these old knees, that wasn't working. At least I wasn't being able to get up like I could. So I had to move to a different surface, and now I'm doing this right on my table with the table mat. Do I take the big presses to shows? Yes, this would go with me in all of my presses. If I'm going to do a craft show, I am all in. Let me tell you, I'm all in because first off, I'm there to make money. So if I'm there to make money, I am making as much as I can right then, right there on the spot. I told you I must thrive on stress because I would personalize and customize as many items as I physically could at a craft show. People love print and press on demand. You probably will increase your sales more if you can offer somebody and say, hey, I can do that for you right now. Now, once you start getting 10 or 11 orders, it might take you time, but you could say to somebody, hey, come back, give me half an hour, finish walking the craft show, I'll have your item ready. Start putting them out, but I print and press, these are going. My Cricut would go, this big one, I would take mug presses. When I'm going, I'm going. So, I'm not just going with finished items because I love to personalize things, and personalized items at craft shows are huge sellers. Everybody can pick up something that's finished at a craft show, but there's not a lot of people that can pick up a personalized item at a craft show. So, there'll be some other vendors that will have that, but not as many as have, finished items. Don't get me wrong though, sell your finished items, but definitely if you can offer to personalize right on the spot and press it, you'll increase your sales 2 times over. So the answer to that is yes, I will take everything with me. When I prepare for a craft show, I'm going. I'm all in. Okay, so I think that probably really is it. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get a tutorial, a live done for you guys on Thursday or Friday. I'm going to shoot for trying to do these to really show you how to do these, because these birth stat, or even if you just wanted to do names, they work so beautifully on these blankets. Even to do your images. These blankets, let me give you this because this is a big question that I have asked to me. This is a 50 by 60 blanket, okay? What size do I make my prints so I can get this whole blanket filled that it looks filled? I do 3 rows, and I want to say 4 down, 3 and 4 I think it is. But my images that I need my blocks to be, that I have worked out, is 9 by 9. And it works perfectly on these blankets. So that's what I create my template and my printout to be, is 9 by 9. Okay. I did get these I worked with the wholesaler, and these are also going, I am also going to offer these as a buy-in. And these are the same ship time because they're coming from the same wholesaler. Okay, I'm going to do a post on these. These are awesome. My favorite blanket by far. And it's probably, out of the blankets, this is my best seller. And I sell these. These take me about a half an hour to do, half hour's time. Once you start learning how to do it, that was me having to learn how to work out the kinks and how to do it. Once I show you, my first one probably took me an hour, and I've done probably, I don't know, maybe 15 or more of these. I'm down to a half an hour. Once you know how to set it up and get it going, you'll be able to whip these out in a half an hour, okay? So half hour, 45 minutes tops, and that's probably what just, it takes a minute for each one. I do each press. So that would be like 12 minutes just to press, and then getting your paper down. It is about a half hour, 45 minutes. I sell these for $65. So this is a great profit margin on these. Awesome profit margin on these. Okay, now doing these baby blankets on the spot will probably be a little bit harder to do. If you're willing to do that, then you can. I don't know if I would necessarily go into doing a baby blanket personalized at a craft show. I definitely would do the pillows. Those would be, and then I would say I can send you the matching blanket. I can mail that to you. Let's go ahead, and if you want to use that same information from the pillow, we can go ahead and do that, and then I can go ahead and mail that to you. So this would be probably something I would mail and not do at a craft show, just because it's going to take way more time than pressing a pillow. But I would sell these. They would be off to the side. I'd have an order form for them, and I would sell these at a craft show with you know, shipping 1 to 3 days turnaround time, however you wanted to do that. Okay. Do I have anything else that I need to go over? Okay, I think, all right, Brittany, I just answered that. Where did I get the pressing pad on the table? I got that from Amazon. I'll put a link to that as well. That doesn't look, did I say 50 by 60? I'm sorry. They're 30 by 40. Thank you. No, they don't look 50 by 60. Tammy, sorry. They're 30 by 40. I just got done ordering a big one I wanted to try. So it was 50 by 60, and I'm like, no, these are 30 by 40. These are baby blankets. Sorry. I actually have 30 by 40 right on my paper. I don't know. Must have that in my mind. So these are 30 by 40, and they are so, so soft. And let me tell you, moms, new moms love to get this. Mother's Day is coming up. Do not feel like you cannot give this to a mom with a child that is like 2 or 3, because you can. You could give this to a mom with the birth pillows, or you can give these. These are great for new moms. My grandson is going to be 3, and he is just now getting a pillow. But my daughter's excited about it. So, you know, she's going to put it on his bed. And then she's always got that for him. So, and I'm sure it's something that, you know, the boys probably ain't going to take with them, but it'll be something she'll keep. What do I sell the sets for? Well, that would be, you know, you could choose whatever you want. I sell my pillows for 20 to 25. I sell mine for 25. And this I definitely sell for 65. I've never had anybody ever say, well, that's way too much money. You know, it's, you want it or you don't. This is a $65 blanket. If you go to Walmart and you get theirs printed and pressed, they're around 60 to 80. I just seen one there for 110. I know it was a little bit bigger, but you know, I don't think this is out of price range. Now that's my area. So, but if I was you, I would not, for these blankets, I absolutely would not go under $45. I would not. So this would be a $45 blanket minimum. I sell them for 65. But you know, and let me give you all piece of advice, and I say this all the time. Do not sell something or get pre-orders for something that you have not made. Okay? Make it first, perfect it, know that you can do it, then offer it for sale. Because you are going to make mistakes. You are going to need to learn every substrate that you use and every substrate that you do. Most of the time, I've been doing this for a while, I don't even pick up an item and say, oh, I'm going to sell that, and then never made it. And then when I go to make it, I've ruined 5 of them before I even got one good enough that I thought was even close that I would send to sell to somebody. So don't sell an item before you learn to make it, okay? That's a big pet peeve of mine. I see it so many times in different groups. People will just get see that everybody else is making money on something, or they are like, oh, I love that, I'm gonna sell it. They've never made it, and then they're stressing because they got an order for 5 or 20 of them. And they've wasted all of their, half of their inventory because they can't get it right. And they've already got people that paid and ordered. So please don't do that, okay? Don't give yourself a bad name before you give yourself a good name. I made the very mistake my first time. Yeah. When I first did these blankets, I want to say I messed up my first 2 or 3. My images were shifting. I didn't have my sizing right. I was a hot mess with these. So that's why I said I think I'm going to do a full-on tutorial. I need to get my a gooseneck to be able to hook my phone to so that we can see it, because we need to be looking down on it when I'm doing it. Even this right here needs, I don't have the best setup for you guys, but you don't need to see the heat press, but you're going to need to see on the blankets. So I'll aim for a tutorial this week live with you guys. So yeah, be wise, make your items first before you even offer them for sale. Make sure you can completely finish your blanket to the best of your ability before you can sell it. Or any item, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna list these. Like I said, these should be to me within about 10 days. I'm gonna say there's about a 2-week turnover. I'm hoping better, but give me 2 weeks on this. They assured me that they could have these to me within the 2-week time span. We have Mother's Day coming up. This would be great for new moms. We have Father's Day coming up, but we always have, it's always baby season. Babies are being born every single day. So these are a staple item. Blankets, learn how to do them, and pillow covers, a must. Staple items in your shop, okay? Something that you will always offer because babies are being born every single day. There's an opportunity. So definitely have these, and I will get the video for you guys. So I'm going to post the thread for the pillow covers and for the blankets. They're going to be 2 separate threads, so you're going to get 2 separate invoices if you purchase them, okay? And the designs, I have the design bundle in a post. You can go ahead and comment on that. I'm going to get all of this posted, and then I'm going to start sending out those emails for the paid designs, okay? And then that way you can have them. All right. Any other questions? Am I going to continue to offer buy-in for the same items? Say we buy a few to start and they sell great. I am trying to, yes. The items, sometimes I will let you know if it's something that is like a discontinued item or like a rare item. But for the most part, yes. I'm going to try to keep my items on stock that I'm showing you guys, unless I simply say, you know what, I got this at a great price, and I'm going to pass it off to you guys, because that's what I look for. I constantly look for great prices. And I've been trying to work with some different wholesalers to get better pricing so that I have them. We can order more. We can do a few more buy-ins. Now, I will say with those pricings, I will have those to offer, but I won't probably have the same amount of, I won't be able to give you sometimes the same cost, because when I do a shipment, when I'm working with these wholesalers, they want me to place orders of 300 or 500 of them or more, which is great because, you know, you guys, you love the items. I'm shipping them out to you guys. But once I've already, you know, exhausted that 300 or 500, and I only have a few scragglers that might be, you know, hey, I ran out, I need a few more. The prices might fluctuate a lot. I try not to fluctuate them too much for you guys. But what I might try to do is another buy-in so we get that great pricing again and see if some people ran out and might do, you know, need them. Okay, so that's kind of my goal for them, but I am going to try to always keep on hand the things. I know the blankets, they are something that should be always in stock, or I should say always available to us. The pillow covers, absolutely. The picture frames, the mirrored picture frames, they are usually in stock. So I was surprised when they ran out. It's not that they ran out, they are just, the manufacturer couldn't make them. I guess there was a surge in them. So, or they didn't have as many on hand as I needed. So I'm still waiting for those. They are coming in. I'm just waiting for the email. I was hoping to see them this week, but I got an email the other day, I think it was Saturday, and it said they weren't quite sure when they were getting those ones. They were still going to be a few weeks behind. They were behind further than what they thought. So they did say that they had a little bit of problems with the frames, so I don't know what that is and what the problem was. But I know they come from overseas, so as a lot of this stuff does, so sometimes there's holdups that I don't have control of. This is coming, these two items, the pillow covers and the Sherpa blankets, they are coming from a U.S. wholesaler, okay? So they are here. So they're telling me about 10 days that before, as I receive them. So I'm hoping that's the case. Sometimes I don't have control of things. You know, I wish I did. I just go on what they tell me. Okay, so I think I covered everybody's questions. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'll get all those posted, the buy-ins posted for these. And don't forget about the design bundles. And I have a few other designs in my Etsy shop. You can always check out that. I got lots of other designs beyond this, and some that would even be cute on these pillow covers and stuff too. Alrighty? Okay, and if you ever need me, you can message me and I'll get all of this posted for you. Alright everybody, have a great Monday and be blessed.